Good evening and welcome into Twin State Sports. I'm Zach Seminar. Last year's run of the College World Series for the Mississippi State Bulldogs was unexpected, but it ended prematurely. Now, after returning to Omaha for the second straight year, the Dogs weren't just happy to be there this time around. Opening up play on Sunday night against Auburn, Dog staff ace Ethan Small was on the hill facing Edward Julian in the second when the Auburn slugger takes Small out to right field for the longest blast in TD Ameritrade College World Series history, and 429 feet later, Tigers were up 2-0. After falling behind by 3, Dogs are within 1, down to their last out of the ninth when Dustin Skelton grounds to Julian, who's going to fire one over the first baseman's head. Elijah McNamee, who extended that inning with an RBI double, comes into the game, was tied at 4. Later in the inning, bases loaded, Marshall Gilbert grounds one up the middle off the glove of Tanner Burns. Everyone's safe. Diamond Dogs come from down 4-1 in the ninth for their nation-leading 28th come-from-behind win. State wins it 5-4.
That's just how we drew it up in the scouting report before the game, is give them a lead and then try to catch them. It's a little bit of a frustrating night because we had a couple opportunities to drive in some runs and we didn't. But at the very end, just the grit of our ball club played out.
I remember actually being in right field for defense and Cole was pitching. And after he got the second strikeout, I said, I have the weirdest feeling about this inning. And so when Jake went up there and hit that double, I said, well, here we go.
I just kept getting encouragement from my teammates saying, keep going, don't quit. And then my last at bat going up there, I kind of didn't even – I knew he was going to have a good fastball. So I was just looking to get the job done, get on top, and stay short.
Even though we were still down, it felt like there was a little confidence seeing our leadoff man get on. He's the best leadoff in the nation, so when we got the energy from him, it started to flow through the team, and, it came out at the end.
So that sets up a winner's bracket meeting between Vanderbilt and the Diamond Dogs tomorrow night at 6 o'clock on ESPN. The winner would get an extra day off. Wouldn't play until Friday, while the loser would head for an elimination game with a winner of Louisville and Auburn on Thursday night. The Ole Miss women's soccer program has released its 2019 schedule. It begins with a season-opening match on Friday night, August 23rd, against North Alabama. The Rebels, who have made the NCAA tournament 3 of the last 4 years, will host Minnesota in non-conference play and will open up SEC play with Missouri. That game will be in Oxford. The season for the Rebels begins with a pair of exhibition games in mid-August against Samford, then on the road at Central Arkansas. Anthony Davis to the LA Lakers seemed inevitable, and on Saturday evening, the New Orleans Pelicans and Lake Show pulled the trigger on a deal that will send Davis to the City of Angels. In exchange, Pelicans acquiring Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and 3 first-round picks, including this Thursday's number 4 overall selection. Davis initially requested a trade from the Pelicans prior to last year's NBA trade deadline. Deal leaves the Lakers with just 5 guaranteed contracts for the upcoming season. Deal is expected to be finalized on July 6th. Gary Woodland denied Brooks Koepka's bold bid at history with a pair of clutch shots on Sunday to win his first major at Pebble Beach. 35-year-old Kansas native canned a 30-foot birdie putt on the final hole, sent the silver trophy into his grasp. Koepka, meanwhile, who finished 3 strokes off the pace, became the first player to score in the 60s for all 4 rounds at the U.S. Open without winning the event. Speaking to the precision in the play, the first-time major winner, Woodland.
I've worked hard my whole life. I've been surrounded by amazing people and always just wanted to be successful. I didn't know what it was, what I was going to do. Fell in love with golf, and it's transcended to today, and it all kind of came out of me. I never let myself get ahead all day today. Just kept telling myself, it's never over, it's never over, it's never over. When that last putt went in, it kind of all came out.